Convicted and jailed for crimes against more than a dozen vulnerable teenage girls. These were the men who groomed them and then abused them. And today, for the first time, it can be reported, and the scale of their offending can finally come to light. One of the survivors of that abuse agreed to speak to ITV News alongside her mother, and she told me how she was targeted as a shy 13-year-old schoolgirl.
How did it make you feel? Did they make you feel special?
At first, yeah, and then it would just like, I'd just get passed around, just get made feel so small.
What are your thoughts about the men who could do that to a 13-year-old girl?
The vile. I don't know, I can't really describe them any other way.
The crimes took place in Huddersfield and in the remote moorlands surrounding the town. Police today paid tribute to the victims, who came forward to give evidence in court.
That's taken nearly a year to conclude, having to bravely repeat their accounts, and in some cases several times over. I cannot praise them enough for their courage and tenacity in helping secure justice.
These trials are the latest in a series of convictions of grooming gangs across the country. In Rotherham, it's thought that more than 1,500 victims were abused over a 16-year period. In Oxford, there were 373. In Rochdale, 47 girls were abused, and in Newcastle the estimate is 700 victims. This victim told me her first complaint to police of her ordeal was lost and ignored. Unlike some others, she had a loving family and a stable home life, but parents who had no idea what was happening when she went out.
At the time, I didn't actually believe that anything like that would happen within my family. I didn't even understand that that type of thing was going on.
Is this the problem, that you simply didn't know that this kind of thing even happened?
Definitely. I didn't have any idea. Even today, I can't understand how anybody can inflict such cruelty on another person.
So Huddersfield becomes the latest town to learn the scale of abuse inflicted on its young girls. And from one mother whose love has helped rebuild her family, a warning to those who think it couldn't happen to them.
It can happen to anybody. It's not, it doesn't matter what type of life you have. It doesn't matter if you're parents, if you're in a single parent family, or it can happen to absolutely anybody.
At the end of the first trial here, the judge told the guilty men, the way you treated these girls defies understanding. This abuse was vile and wicked. And he went on to say, none of you expressed any remorse for what you did. By contrast, that young woman I spoke to this afternoon showed enormous courage throughout. She promised me she's going to carry on speaking out and will do whatever it takes to save even one girl from being exposed to the kind of abuse she suffered for years.